Hello everybody, my name is BoExile and welcome to a new Heroes of the Storm video. Today we're going to be reviewing and talking about someone from Overwatch. Yes, this is Genji, and in Heroes of the Storm he is of course an assassin. Whilst he doesn't have the highest damage output in the game, with time and combos he can deal a lot of damage against your enemies. And the strongest thing about Genji, as it is in Overwatch, he is very mobile, even more difficult to kill in Heroes of the Storm than in Overwatch. So now we're going to talk about Genji and his basic abilities. So to start off, his A or Q ability is called Shuriken, and you throw Shuriken in a spread pattern. So in Heroes of the Storm, the auto attacks are in a line, and this basically gives you 3 charges of spread Shurikens. It can deal a lot of damage, and it's very important with some talents that we'll see throughout the video. Next we're going to talk about Deflect. You become protected and return fire from attacks like in Overwatch. So this is like 1 or 2 seconds, and all the damage dealt to yourself by enemies will return to the assailants. So the key of course is perfect timing. Someone throws you like a ton of damage and you deflect it, you kill him, and you're not even damaged in the process. So this is probably one of the most difficult basic abilities to master in terms of when to use it. And the third basic ability of this set is Swift Strike. You dash forward, damaging enemies passed through. But this is a pretty long line for the dash, deals significant damage to be honest, and after 2 seconds or less, the person who you went through dies, cooldown is reset, and this adds to the mobility of Genji, so you always have to be ready to spam Swift Strike whenever you can. But we also have his trait, and it's called Cyber Ability, and you jump over terrain. So he does a big flip, a bit like Zeratul does, but the cooldown is really low. I think it's like 6 seconds, but it doesn't cost any mana. Now before we're going to talk about all the builds that maybe I could suggest to you guys, Dragon Blade is the first ultimate. You unleash the Dragon Blade like in Overwatch. You deal damage in an arc with your Q ability, and every time you kill somebody it's reset instantly. This can actually wipe out the whole enemy if they're grouped up. Finally, the second heroic ability is called X-Strike. This is a bit weird because in Overwatch there's only one ultimate, so they had to create one. Genji launches himself into the air, a bit like Joanna, and then he comes back down in a cross shape. I'd say this is useful for any situation. This can be a way to trigger team fights. You can go and try and kill 1 or 2 people that are trying to escape, or you can also use it as an escape mechanism since it's like a 50-second cooldown. But now you know how Genji works in Heroes of the Storm compared to Overwatch, we're going to see my personal builds and my suggestions. So at the beginning, at level 1, you're going to take a talent called Swift as the wind, and Swift Strike grants move speed. So usually you're going to use your E ability to go in for the kill. You're going to kill somebody, but his allies are going to chase after you, so this will be really useful to outpace the enemies that want to kill you. Next, this is for the Q ability, Shuriken Mastery. Quest increase Shuriken damage and restore charges. So that's why I said the Q ability can be really important, because at the end of the game it's going to do a lot of damage, and it's going to restore its charges with time. So there are 2 steps of this quest. The first one is you're going to increase Shuriken damage when you get 40 hits on enemy heroes, and then when you get 75 hits in total, you're going to be able to restore your charges. A very chic talent, and the best at level 4. Yet again, at level 7 there's only one viable talent to take, and this is called Perfect Defense. It reduces the deflect cooldown, and that's all you need to know. Whilst at level 10 Dragon Blade can be really good, I have to say through personal experience that X-Strike is way better and serves in almost every single situation. So now this is when we get in the spot of bother, because at level 13 all 3 of them are very good and very useful. So you have the choice between Shingen, which increases your shuriken single target damage. If your 3 spread shurikens hit only 1 target, it deals a little bonus damage. But then you can also take Flow Like Water, and hitting heroes reduces Swift Strike cooldown. This is very useful if you have a team that is usually grouped up, or someone who's playing like the Vikings, as they're always together. And finally at level 13 you can take Double Jump, and so you gain a second charge on your cyber ability. At the penultimate level, level 16, you have the choice between Reflect and Final Cut. So the idea is to take Reflect with Perfect Defense. You're going to reduce the cooldown of Deflect, and you're going to increase its deflect damage. So that's one possible build there. Or you can take Swift Strike, deals extra damage after a delay. And ultimately at level 20, you have the choice between Zanshin or Living Weapon. Take Zanshin. This is a quest, deflect hits all nearby heroes. As this is a quest, you need to attain like 7,000 deflected hits on enemy heroes. Every time you're going to use your double ability, your deflect, it won't be just one enemy hero that will hit, but all those in the vicinity. So I hope this was interesting for you guys. A little look at Genji in Heroes of the Storm. Try out Genji, he's a brilliant character to play in Heroes of the Storm, and I think he's really underrated. But anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new. I'm BoWXR, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!